What is the difference between sex positivity, conscious sexuality, and Tantra? Sex positivity is a philosophy that says sex is an intrinsic good in the way that food is an intrinsic good. Now, that doesn't mean I can't make myself sick by eating takeaways all of the time, but that doesn't stop food being an intrinsic good. Conscious sexuality is the idea that we can approach our sexuality consciously. And under this umbrella are a lot of practices to support people to let go of their kind of shame, to have a clear focus on consent and boundaries. Yeah. To take, back some autonomy and pleasure over sexual pleasure. And Tantra is a spiritual path. It's a set of practices and a worldview that say that sexual energy is life energy and that we can work with it to dissolve our ego, to have this felt sense of interconnectedness, of being able to access an intelligence beyond the self. It understands that trauma stops energy from circulating. And under its umbrella, there are a lot of techniques that can support us to release trauma from the body, release repressed emotions, release physical tension. For want of a better word, even though it might not resonate, it's a spiritual path. They're three very different things. So that begs the question, why is everything called Tantra these days? Why are so many particularly conscious sexuality events called Tantra? Why is a sex party, for want of a better word, called a temple? And I think the reason for that is both interesting and sad. I think conscious sexuality wants to differentiate itself from sex parties. And it wants to do that because of internalized societal shame. Sex parties are bad. Yeah. We're not that. So by appropriating pseudo-spiritual language and calling itself Tantra, it's internalizing the shame that it's actually set out to challenge. Conscious sexuality is so important. We have the right to enjoy our sexuality and our bodies in whatever shape or form it is. And conscious sexuality offers spaces and practices where we can do that. And I think it's time that conscious sexuality calls itself for what it is. We're consciously sexual and we are important, rather than calling itself Tantra, which it's not. Um, so I think that's my piece there. Oh, maybe just to end, I also think sex positivity is wonderful. It's a wonderful philosophy. Um, yeah, I think we should be positive and see sex as an intrinsic good, even if, for various reasons, we can use it unwisely in the same way as we can use food unwisely.